Start off by saying, if you are that discriminating jewelry shopper who loves the unique, who wants something that literally only a handful of people in the entire world are going to have, you've come to the right place. And as you're looking at that very first pendant, another pendant that is a launch for us today, we'll talk more about this one. But let me bring in, first of all, you have all three of the different pieces to go together. So let me bring in Kenneth Bradley, who of course is the owner and the creator and the designer of this extraordinary brand. It is such a pleasure to be with you. I hope you're wrapped up very warm with multiple layers there.
Well, you know, as a Canadian, we get a little used to winter. We
Good
have it, you know, sometimes 4 or 5 months out of the year. But listen, it's such a pleasure to be broadcasting from my home here in the Canadian Rockies. Unfortunately, I couldn't be in studio, but what a great treat to be able to share a little piece of my life with all of you and to talk about one of the rarest, most incredible geological flukes of nature that has occurred on Earth. This is 70 million years in the making. One small deposit. We feel like it's you know, already becoming a real concern about how much is really left. But the thing that's really spectacular is these colors. And so with the Kenneth Bradley brand, so this has been my life's work for over 30 years. I've been one of the founders of Ammolite, brought it to the market, traveled all over the world and introduced it. And so excited to be working with HSN because between the educational portion and the value proposition that you're getting with these pieces, it's just unheard of. But there is one thing that is very different. It's not marketing, it's not salesmanship. It is the fact that we are using the finest Ammolite in the world. So like every other gemstone in the world, there are various qualities and grades. If you think about diamonds, there's many qualities and grades. Well, this is the top 3 to 5% that comes from the mine and that deposit. So not only are you getting beautiful jewelry, beautiful Ammolite, but the finest Ammolite in the world. I always often say no upgrades available because you actually own the very best.
There's no question about it. And we're gonna come in very close. Here, I'm gonna lift the pendant really so you can see more of the fire and the chain. So the pendant with the chain marked today from $329 to $279.95. And there, I think, when I just slightly move it, probably even move my fingers out of the way, I mean, look at the color and the life that you're getting.
All natural.
That is just astonishing to me, Kenneth. And then I wanted everyone to see the earrings too before we run out of time. The earrings, as you're looking at those, they're like 1 3/8 of an inch in length. There's only 18 of the earrings left to go around, and the earrings are marked from $689 to $589. And then, of course, here is the ring. And the ring is also, these are all a launch. That absolutely gorgeous ring, same shape, and that's coming up right around the corner. So we'll talk about that in a second. But the fact that I can't even imagine, how was this ever discovered? Because I can't imagine seeing this color in nature live. I mean, I can't even imagine what that was like.
Well, there's some beautiful folklore attached to Ammolite because, you know, back in the day, the First Nations that roamed the plains of Montana and Alberta, there's a story that an Indian princess, a First Nations princess, actually heard this beautiful stone singing to them to where the buffalo was. So it's been called the Buffalo Healing Stone. It has a lot of really great folklore around it, but it's the last precious gemstone to be given gemstone status. So imagine that.
Wow.
The last precious gemstone to be given gemstone status. Now, most gemstones will be around for thousands of years. From start to finish, we know that Ammolite has probably 100 years from start to finish, and we're well past the 50%